Yeah, I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer or anything, but this week for the Tennessee Vols was not the best week, to say the least. Anyway, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to the Vols Rundown. I am your host, Mike McCamey, coming to you in heartbroken fashion. There's only one thing on here that I can actually talk positive about, and it's not even like it's like one of the biggest positives of the season. So this week for specifically basketball was just not that great. Like, not for any other reason apart from we got owned by Vandy. That's a spoiler for later on in the episode, but we let Vandy just absolutely ram over us, destroy us, kill us even. Like, it was not it was not good. I really did not like that. This episode is going to be a little bit shorter solely just because of the fact that there's not that much to talk about apart from negative stuff, and I don't want to talk too negative. Today is a good day, sun shining. I know it's cold, but I don't care, right? I'm still wearing a Hawaiian shirt, for goodness sake. So national championships on today, so I'm just trying to prep myself for a party that I'm having today. So anywho, let's move on with today's episode, starting out with Tennessee girls basketball. We beat Mississippi State 86-73, but that's not the highlight of this week. Obviously, the highlight of this week is that we lost to Vandy to 70-71. This is another one-possession game that the Lady Vols have lost. Okay, Oklahoma won, excusable. You were down big time and you came all the way back. LSU won, circus shot, whatever. This one, though, you should not have lost this game. Like, you really should not have. Vandy, they're not really too focused on sports if you haven't realized yet, apart from baseball, apparently. But, dude, this was bad for just all sides. Man, man, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, it was just, man, bad experience. It was a bad L, but it wasn't the worst L that we had. We'll get to that later. Okay, so next thing, the transfer portal. Star Thomas, or sorry, no, wait, this is Tennessee football, by the way. Star Thomas came to the Tennessee Vols to play football for us. Man, this guy is either going to be like the next big thing or he's just going to be a depth piece for us. Like, he's either going to make a dynamic duo with Peyton Lewis or he's going to be running back three while Bishop and Lewis end up, being a dynamic duo, to say the least. Dude, I'm so excited to watch Peyton Lewis next year. That dude is going to be a dog, but y'all probably already knew that just judging by watching him, even in the Ohio State game. But, because he was, one of the only things that was actually going on offense. So, anywho, let's take a look at his stats. He had 213 carries for 871 yards and 7 touchdowns. Receiving-wise, he had 20 receptions for 153 yards and 1 touchdown. Now, obviously, things are a lot different in the SEC. The trenches are better. The defensive schemes are better, just in general. And before you say the SEC isn't as good as it used to be, well, yes, I have accepted that. I think the Big Ten was better than us this year. Oh, man, a lot of people are going to get really mad at me about that, but I don't care. Like, this year it was. Past 20 years? No, it wasn't. Okay, for all those homers for the SEC, that your only point that you have for the SEC being better is because they've been better the past 20 years. Stop that. Man. So, anywho, again, Star Thomas, good pickup. But again, obviously the SEC defenses are better than the ACC defenses. So, interested to see how that ends up working out. Obviously, we still got to get O-line a little bit, and maybe just one more receiver would be a nice little icing on the cake to this transfer portal class. Just getting one more decent enough receiver, and then getting one more offensive lineman to play, I don't know, center probably. And then we'll be good. We'll be fine. We'll be chilling, all the good things, to say the least. So, okay. Man, dude, I'm so excited for Tennessee football next year. It's being hyped up to be a big thing. I'm cautiously optimistic, right? Because Heupel and Mike Matthews have hyped up that this is going to be the 2022 offense, explosive plays, big time runs, all this good stuff. Again, I'm cautiously optimistic about this because I don't know if we'll have the receiver core to do it, or heck, even the O-line. Like, I think we have the quarterback to do it, and I think we have the running backs to do it, but the receiver core and O-line is questionable. And honestly, it makes you question, hey, what's going on with Ellerby and Pope? But still, you know, I mean, I guess, like, I shouldn't be too harsh on them because we've still been solid as of recent. I'm not going to be too mad. So, again, though, excited for the next Tennessee Vols football season. I'll have a record prediction coming out at some point over the next few weeks, at least early projection for how the season's going to go. This could all change depending on what happens in the spring portal, but for now, I'm feeling pretty confident, to say the least. But okay, next thing, Tennessee basketball. Again, I'm telling y'all, this is going to be a really, really short episode, to say the least. Here's the thing. We beat Georgia 74-56. Zakai Ziegler was on it. He broke the all-time steal record. We were playing good defense. We were amazing on offense. And this looks like a quality win because they barely lost to the number 1 ranked Auburn team, who really, really good basketball team, right? And we got to play them on the road in a few weeks. So, like, man, I'm worried about the fact that it's on the road, but I am interested to see how this team will do, bouncing back from, the atrocity, because even though we beat Georgia this week, and I'm very proud about that, we lost to Vanderbilt. 75-76 was the final score, and man, this was hard to watch, okay? Like, everything they were putting up was going in. We couldn't stop them, quite frankly. Like, we really could not stop them. Offense was kind of cold and all this stuff. And, we were down 15 at one point in the second half. But hey, it was all okay, right? Because we came all the way back. It was 75-76. Chaz Lanier had one free throw to tie the whole game, go into overtime, and get out of this disaster with a win. And he missed the free throw. Okay, now, obviously, there's some controversy around the Vandy player having his foot out of bounds with the ball in his hands with 0.6 seconds left, but we're not going to talk about that because this should have been a win after coming back all the way that much. And even without that, this should have been an easy win for this team. This was the one road win that was potentially easier than anything else that we could do, and we blew it. We lost it, and it was really, really bad. Now, I'm expecting a big bounce back against Mississippi State, quite frankly, because, oh man, and this is horrible because, Lanier, outside of that really bad moment right at the end of the game, actually didn't play a bad game. He had 17 points and was 4 of 6 from 3. It's just that he had that one bad moment, and now the entire fan base is going to give him huge crap because, he missed the most important shot, and I'm not even going to get mad about that. Well, okay, not as in, I'm not going to get mad about Lanier missing the last shot, as in, I'm not going to get mad about the fans being upset that Lanier was having a decent game, but then missed the final shot that could have sent us into overtime, which was a free throw. Like, my gosh, man, this was an absolutely horrible basketball game, if you couldn't tell already. Why are we always the program-defining win for specific teams? Like, we were it for Mississippi State last year, and then I'm pretty sure that there was someone the year before that we were a program-defining win for. Like, why do we always have to be that? Like, that's something that really annoys me, But here's the thing, right? I'm confident that this team will bounce back. And again, just because they lost this game does not mean that they're a horrible team, right? We're out of the number 1 seed, that's for sure. At least for now. But, this team is not bad. We can easily bounce back from this against Mississippi State. I have no doubt about it, okay? And if we don't bounce back against Mississippi State, then, man, I don't know anymore. I don't know what I would even have to say. But, anyway, again, I told you this was going to be a really, really, really short episode. And so I have delivered on that. So I have Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok all under the Vols Rundown. And I also have another channel, the Titans Rundown. If you want to go check that out, I'll have that in the description too. We talk about the Titans over there. It's probably the more popular one out of these two, but still, I would suggest go watching it. But anyway, that's going to do it all for me. This has been a rundown of your Tennessee Vols. I love y'all, and go Big Orange.